Season 2 of the Leeds United career mode starts now. Rutter was our main man. We have Weston McKennie back in the team. The midfield trio of the Americans are back together. Tyler Adams coming back from injury. It is time to improve on the squad. I want Christensen gone. I want to replace Tyrone Mings, even though he was good last season. I want possibly a new left back and possibly a new left wing as well. We have $65 million to spend. Obviously, a 6-player limit to bring in. And we started off by selling Jack Harrison. He goes to Inter Milan for $13 million. We only get 10 of that, though. That we are up now to $75 million to spend to improve this squad. And I think we have to make our first signing relatively soon. And the first player we want to bring in is the Ukrainian powerhouse Zinchenko. Did I really just say Zinchenko? Now, I think they went around $30 million. I'm going to try and lowball them and start at 24 at the market value. They went 34. I'm not going over 30 for him. I can't lie. I have another option in the transfer hub less than 30 million that I can easily get. It would be just as good, if not slightly worse. I don't think I'm going to be able to break him. I think I might have to go exactly and what they want and go 30 mil. They should accept. I'll go 33. That's it. I'm gonna go 29,750 and see what they say here. Hopefully they just accept that. They want 33. I'm gonna go 30 flat, and that is as low as I'm going. That's a reasonable offer. Zinchenko will join the squad for 30 million. That's a big chunk of our budget, though. It's a massive chunk. Let's see. Will he accept lower than what he's earning at Arsenal? He should. He does. Zinchenko is on his way to Leeds United. He'll be our new left back and possibly mixed in at center mid as well to replace Tyler Adams and Weston McKennie on some game days. We still have Firpo at the club, so he is a great backup option as well. Again, feel bad for the boy, but he is now number 2 once more. It was a very short-lived stint for him to be number 1, but he is now back to that 2 spot. And Zinchenko joins Leeds United and joins the American trio in that midfield. And he will actually battle for a midfield spot as well as occupying that left-back spot. Signing number 1 of 6 of the summer of the year, I guess, is done. Now we are in the process of swapping Serginho Dest into the club for Christensen. In fact, Christensen got a transfer offer from Barcelona, so it kind of makes sense to do this. We will be looking to add another American to the squad, and while he is lower rated than Christensen, he is a lot better than Christensen, and he will be a lot better, and he'll have a lot more chemistry within the squad, considering he is American, and now almost 50% of the squad is American. Do we just accept all that wages and the clean sheet stuff? No. Because that's going to save me a couple bucks. It's not quite what I was hoping for. But Serginho Dest joins the squad. That is signing number 2 of the summer. And they're both in that fullback position. And I am still looking to improve on the center back. So improving the defense looks like the main priority for us in the summer. Mark Roker has left the club for $15.9 million on his way to Freiburg. He was just never going to cut it. He could have been a decent backup option. I might have to go look for somebody else now, but he is gone out of the club. Probably the worst player I have ever played with on FIFA 23. Sinisteta, I want him out of my club. They want 42. The board said I can get around 54. So I'm honestly going to try around 50, see what they say. I will accept the 42 if they go again. I'm gonna try and highball them again, go 45. Just to get a little bit more money out of it. They understand they can offer the $45 million with the 1% selling clause. For whatever reason, they added that in. He is going to be kicked out of this club. Hopefully, he should leave the club. That'll be a big boost in our budget. That'll put us up close to $100 million. That will allow us to buy big at that left mid spot. We also bring in Loney. My voice is gone. Hold on. We bring in Loney Godwin from the club. He is coming from, I don't know what actually club it is, Sasa PAC. I don't know where that's from, but I'm doing a personal Stoke City save, and he was absolutely amazing in that. Therefore, he is brought into the club on loan for 1 year. He will battle it out with Nato, at least for the time being, possibly on the bench throughout the season. But he is a very, very good player. Now show me Sinister walking out the front door, please. Thank the Lord, he is gone. 45 million into the budget. Sinister is gone. No more have to deal with this absolutely terrible, terrible player. He is out of this Leeds United Football Club. Now we are going to look to bring in Alan St. Maximin from Newcastle United. We can spend a little bit of the big money now. And while I was going to go after a low-rated left winger or cheaper left winger, I'm going to splurge 45 million. They accept now. I honestly might not let that happen. I might reject that and come back a week later. Because 45 million and they accept that instantly, that is just not good. I will come back a week later for that deal to try and bring somebody else in. Well, not bring somebody else, bring him back in. Now, a center back option we could bring in is somebody like Piero Hincapié. We will look to bring him in like on an offer 21 million. They want 31, which is actually kind of insane. And the reason why I didn't accept that St. Maximin deal, because I knew they were going to try and highball me. They accept 25.5, so we will bring in Piero Hincapié. He will replace Tyrone Mings as that left-footed center back option. Tyrone Mings will drop to the bench. Yordo, I am looking to loan out on another season just to see him grow a little bit more before he can be introduced into the first team. But Piero Hincapié, as long as he accepts these contract deals, which I've never really ever seen him fail. I wish they got rid of the bonuses stuff because it makes no difference in the game at all. And I never see that money get taken out, at least into the start. But Piero Hincapié joins the squad for 25.5 million. And Yordo has been sent back out on loan. I believe he is going to Bochum in Germany. He is for 12 months. We'll continue to see him grow over the course of this season and maybe break into the first team bench spot for next season. But considering he's 64 overall, I honestly doubt it, and I might have to just sell him next season to get some more money out of him. Alright, let's try this again. St. Maximin, I want you in the squad. I want you in the team. You will come team. I lost 35 million, or not 35, 45 million last time. And maybe should have accepted that 45 million because holy cow, it just went up a lot. We are going to lowball them at 40 million, see what they say. 42, we are getting somewhere. 41, 40.5, not 45. 40.5, I mean, we saved 4.5 million, so it wasn't that big of a saving. But I'll take, he wants crucial, that's obviously what we'll give him anyway. St. Maximin on 4 years, I'll bring him up to 30. Whether he stays for these 4 years or not is perfectly fine. We'll offer him the same exact wage that he was earning at Newcastle. He'll accept that, and St. Maximin will finally join this Leeds United squad. This team, first 11 at least, the starting team is set. I am working on bringing in 2 more midfielders to boost our bench up a little bit. And that will be the 6 out of 6. This is 4 out of the 6. So we have 2 more that we can sign in this window. Instead of doing just 6 signings the whole entire year, I'm gonna do 6 in the summer and 1 to 2 in the winter. Now loanies actually don't count. Loanies I'm only gonna do 3 per season, so loans don't count. That's why Godwin isn't amounting to this accumulation, because we'll be at 5 if it did. St. Maximin joins 40.5 million. Is that an A or is that gonna be like a B? I bet you it's gonna be a C. It is an A. Alan St. Maximin is our new starting player in that left mid spot. Struijk is gone. He is on his way to Ajax for 10.9 million. Just getting rid of some deadweight. We have a lot of deadweight in this squad. Let me just show you all the deadweight we have. I want him gone, but he'll probably won't get sold. Daniel James, he's a good backup option if Godwin or Nato get injured. Dallas is a good backup option if one of the players I bring in as a backup option get hurt. Llorente, I kind of just want gone. Gilhurt, I want gone. All these players here, they'll probably never see the face of the squad ever again. So, I mean, there's no reason not to not sell them. So I'll look to try and sell him as the season goes on. But one of the players we want to bring in to boost our bench is Romero Lavia. He joins the squad for around 4 to 5 million. He'll bring our boost into a squad. He'll sit on the bench for the majority of the season. Probably he'll replace Tyler Adams when he gets too injured or too tired. Not too injured, but too tired. And that is signing number 5 of 6 in this window. And we bring in the next midfielder back up. It will be Philippe. I'm going to say his last name, but Philippe Jurgenich. He will join the squad as a backup center mid option. He comes in from Young Boys for 16.3 million. Now he is on a important squad role, and I guess he will be important coming off the bench, but he won't start obviously because Weston McKennie's 84 rated and Tyler Adams is actually 77 rated. And talking about Tyler Adams, we get a transfer offer for him from Stuttgart to send him back to Germany. I am rejecting that. And that is pretty much the whole entire squad done and dealt with. We have now, if I can do this real quickly, Lavia and then bring in Jurgenich. This is a team coming into the season. Now, I would prefer that we had a Cam backup, but he could technically play Cam, so he'll do that, filling in for McKinney and Brendan Aronson. Nanto will probably more than likely be a right mid substitution for Francisco. Francisco is going to look to improve this season. I want him to improve his shooting. Rutter, he's going to look to do Rutter things. Ben Seguir, he is on the chopping block. And honestly, maybe Gerhardt should start over him. We'll actually try that out within the first couple of games here. St. Maximin as our left mid. Zinchenko as a left back. Firpo is on the bench. Tyrone Mings is on the bench. Godwin will come in. Godwin will have to play a lot more than what Nanto plays just because he is on loan. And I hate how the loan system works in this game. We are now left with £7 million to spend, and which we probably won't spend at all. Now we are doing the scout report again for the season. 3 months per nation. Maybe England all 9 months. I'll see how well it goes. And this is how I want my Youth Academies players brought in. I don't want to sign anybody that is a free agent. I might sign some players that are tied to clubs later on. But I'm going to try and build my own Youth Academy players. And I need to build them starting really from this season onwards. I don't know what nation I just passed up, but it was absolutely awful. We are now in Chile. We have Manuel Caicedo. He will join the academy as of right now and be a bright prospect in the future. Julian Perez, 1 million. I'll accept him as well. He is 15 years old though. That's a little bit worrying. And then this one is England. So the other one, if I'm not mistaken, was an African in Egypt, I think. England has never really been good for me this entire year almost. It might be good. Joseph Mortis, I will sign him in just to keep an eye on him. For 675k doesn't really give me that much hope for him. We have Joseph Mortis, Caicedo, and Julian Perez. Now, Joseph Mortis is not a left midder. You can tell that by that simply alone. He is probably going to end up being a striker in all opinion, and he might jump up to 60, 63 overall. Caicedo, he's looking like he is a left winger for sure. So, not a left winger, a right winger. We are just going to improve. I want to improve his skill moves, but I want to include his finishing. I might just do, yeah, I'll do inverted. And then Julian Perez, obviously he can take his time. Is he a right winger or is he a right mid? Is a real decision we have. So he'll grow over the course of this season. We won't be able to bring him in. The other ones maybe, if need be. Besides that, I think it's time we get into our first game of the episode of the season as well. And so the first game of the season, and it's against Wolves away at the Molino Stadium. We have our starting 11. First look at St. Maximin. First look at Zinchenko, Hincape, Serginho Dest. First look as an American trio in that midfield once again. See how they link up back together as a band since the first time since like January, in all honesty, because Tyler Adams was out for 6 months. Francisco Caicedo, he looks to continue to grow. Let's get into it. But the shadow is gonna get on my nerves. What number is St. Maximin? He's number 8. That's actually honestly fitting. Zinchenko's number 6. Serginho Dest is number 22. Honestly, I'm fine with all that. What number was McKinney when he was at the club? Was it 23? I think he was 23, right? I might have to give him back that 23 number. But Brendan Aronson, he's going to look to find Francisco. He will. Francisco, can you cross it in for Rutter? No. Defender or the keeper did well to push it out away. Brendan Aronson can't win a header and find a pass. Tyler Adams trying to win the ball back. Hincape's first look. He has the number 23. Might let him keep that. Zinchenko can't win that ball. Into Francisco. Francisco lays it off for Rutter. Did he stay onside? He did. And Rutter has the first goal of the season for Leeds United. And it's 1-0. And he's picking off where he left off last season. A great striker. He's going to be the key to our success. Leeds United record-breaking transfer deal in real life. Obviously, I think we broke that. Zinni gets fouled on the pass by Adama. And thankfully so, because the pass wasn't great anyway. Aronson in for Tyler Adams. He's going to have a crack at it. Tyler Adams doubles the lead. It's 2-0. And he gets his first goal of the season. And it's a beautiful goal from around 35 feet. 35 yards, I should say. Okay, we might not be going in 2-0. It might be 2-1. It will be 2-1. We give up a lazy foul. They kind of break through our defense, which isn't together at all. I don't know what's happening in that aspect. But it's going to be 2-1 going to the break and 10-men leads. What just happened? Joe Gomez overcommits. Serginho Dest doesn't really cover. And Saul just has an easy, really tap in into the back of the net. And it's a 2-1 lead going to halftime. Not necessarily a fault of Brendan Aronson. And Brendan Aronson with the Trivella! It's 3-1. That 2-goal lead is restored. And it's an American duo, Brendan Aronson and Weston McKennie. He's looking for somebody. Francisco's making the most forward run. He's going to lay it off for St. Maximin to get his first goal for the club. And it's 4-1. And Leeds United are running away with this now. Francisco plays a ball in for Godwin. Touch shot, 5-1. And that's why we loaned in this man. He scores with his first 2 touches, and it's 5-1 for Leeds United. And that's game over. A 5-1 thumping. It comes in the second half with 3 unanswered goals after taking a 2-1 lead into the first 45. And finally, the 10-man Wolves get broken down. Godwin scores with his first 2 touches. St. Maximin gets a goal on his debut. And honestly, it was a fantastic performance from our American trio in that midfield. Brendan Aronson has a little bit of work left to do with him, but he scored a beautiful Trivella. Now, I am going to wrap up the episode there. It's kind of short in terms of gameplay, but this took me a long time to deal with the transfers and all that. We have this team now. This team is set. It's looking good. Mesley is now up to 80 overall, so that's good. I'm going to try and get everybody in here at least 80 overall by the end of the season. Francisco, he has a long way to go. That might be impossible with him and Brendan Aronson. Rutter to continue to grow. Zinchenko's finding his sharpness as well as Tyler Adams. So they're finding their sharpness. They will get into the plus and start growing a lot quicker soon. Hincape's looking good. A little shaky in the first half, but good in the second half. Obviously shutting down anything that they didn't really have anyway. Mesley good in net. Brendan Aronson good in midfield. McKennie good in midfield. St. Maximin good on the flank. Rutter doing what Rutter does. Serginho Dest didn't really have to see much of him today, so that's fine. When we come back, we have Nottingham Forest in the league. We also have Burnley in the league. Hartlepool in the Carabao Cup for whatever reason. And then Liverpool as well to wrap up that episode. Now, my aim in this game is to get into the top half of the table and battle for a Conference League spot and possibly win one of these competitions, the Carabao Cup for that Conference League spot or the FA Cup and get into Europa League maybe. If I don't finish, I want to finish in top half, top 10. If I don't finish in the top 10, so 9th through 1st, I'm not even going to count 10th, 9th through 1st, I will sell my American trio in the midfield. They will be gone, and I can't buy anyone that's higher overall than them that next season. So that'll be an interesting forfeit, if I remember, obviously. But until then, live, like, subscribe, and peace out.